We met at perfect timing, baby. Been together, I could see the silver lining shade. Kid, mommy, are you down for the ride? You could be my Bonnie shorty, I'ma be a Clyde. S&H, this one is real right. It's a banger every time the cameras come alive. Turn up the Empire, S&H is on fire. The sky can't be the limit, we gotta go high. We already know that Saucy, he is old boy. Always stay 100, that's all a nigga know, boy. Honey, she a mommy, spicy, queen bee. Biggin' up the Bronx, yeah, shorty, she a little street. He after she a rider, shorty grab his center till his day, she still beside him. Trust, love, loyalty, it's how they vibin'. A pop couple in the game, they be a problem. It's honey and a better hat, true love consistent, so tell me how you could better that. Saucy bringing bangers, bangers at the bangers. Honey, she is queen, the only one who could tame her.
It's the start of an empire, a banger every time. Just know, you now tuned in with Saucy and Honey. Gang!
Sac passé.
Que lo que? What's up, S&H Empire?
It's your boy Saucy.
And your girl Honey. We back with another vloggy vlog. We're just gonna take you along on our day with us. Like right now, oh, I got keys already. We're literally, sorry I look crazy. We literally are about to just drop some stuff off at the dry cleaner. I got these rugs and stuff that I want cleaned. And we're gonna drop stuff off at our storage. Like we have a whole thing of stuff to take to storage. We have bins of clothes. Cause I had a mental breakdown the other day. We can't live in an apartment. We're not meant to live in an apartment. It was nice. We've always wanted to try a luxury apartment, but
yeah, not for us.
It's not for us. We need a house again.
Learned the hard way.
We learned the hard way. We should have looked for townhouses, but it was such a rushed move because we found out we were pregnant. We were supposed to be living in a whole different state, but it is what it is. So it's such a rushed move that we didn't realize like we really can't live in an apartment. We lived in an apartment once and we moved out like right away because we absolutely hated it. And we just don't have enough room for all our stuff.
Too much stuff.
Too much. And I'm trying to live like a minimalist, like that whole minimalist design, but like even that, I have too much stuff. Yeah. All my clothes don't even fit in my closet. His closet is actually way smaller than before, so all his clothes aren't fitting. No more. And then we have the baby coming, so the baby has to have their own closet and their own room, which they do have that space, thankfully. But right now, we have stuff in the baby's closet that doesn't belong in there.
You gotta take all that out.
Literally.
God damn.
So just come with us along on our day. So we're gonna go to the storage.
Tag
and all
along,
that.
guys. Let's go.
And we are gonna talk to you guys a little bit about, you know, our last ultrasound. We had got some not so good, scary news. So just stay tuned for that. It was really emotional. I don't want to cry.
Yeah, you don't have to cry.
It was a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a lot.
It was
a lot.
Thinking about it now, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it was for our anatomy scan at 20 weeks. So it was a lot. It was a lot. It was scary. So I just want to share that with you guys. You know, you are along on this journey with us, so we want to be as open as we can with you guys. And I don't know, maybe somebody else out there, another mother, father, couple experienced this with their baby. But let's go to the dry cleaner and I'll tell you guys all about it. Okay guys, so we went to the dry cleaner, dropped the carpets off. Now we got our little hotel looking thing so we can load it up and put the stuff in for storage.
My knees is hurting.
Yeah, Saucy has a broken knee that he refuses to go to the doctor and get taken care of.
I'm gonna get it taken care of. I'm gonna finally get it checked, guys. All right.
We'll see. We'll see.
Hold me on that
It's
one.
been like that for like 2 years now. I keep telling him when the baby comes, does he want to be like an old man and not be able to like run around with the baby? Like, hello, sir. All right, guys. So this is everything we're bringing to the storage right now.
Oh God.
Hopefully all this fits in Queen Tessie.
Plus, see if that fits.
Plus this box right here. We're gonna see if she fits. Where y'all going?
Yeah, where are going?
Where you going? Say hi to the camera. Say hi, S&H Empire. Leah, say hi, S&H Empire. All right, guys, car is packed up. Look at that. We almost drove with some box sticking right here, but we wouldn't have been able to comfortably sit. Like, my head is touching the ceiling. That's how far up I'm sitting. We definitely need a bigger car. We just got to the storage. Stop. You want me to do it back to you?
Stop. Guys, we at the storage, man.
So we literally packed everything up and I was like, oh, I forgot the camera. So we're just gonna show you the storage. First, we had the biggest storage and it was packed. And then we moved everything out mistakenly and got a smaller storage, but I feel like we need to go back to the big one because there's stuff that really doesn't fit in the apartment, like my vanity. My whole setup, the whole setup that was in my room, my girl's room, doesn't fit in our apartment. If I put that in the apartment, my baby doesn't have a room, so I don't have room to put that in the apartment. We need a house by next year, but stay tuned for that journey. But this is the new storage we have, and we have more stuff to come. We have a lot of stuff. All the bins are like clothes and stuff like that. Like, this is just
Stressful.
It is. Adulting is stressful. Stressful. So guys, now update on
Le bebe.
the baby.
What you guys been waiting for?
The scan. So we went to our 20-week scan or whatever. So your 20-week scan is your anatomy scan where they check the baby.
See if the little fingers, the feet, and everything is growing.
Right. If it has all its organs, if everything is forming properly. And so we're doing that scan or whatever. That was like an hour scan. I love seeing the baby.
Yeah, that was the longest scan and doctor visit I've been in so far.
They also saw the gender, but we closed our eyes during that part. So
I saw a little pee-pee, but I'm not gonna say
she said it's hard to tell.
Yeah,
So
I
don't know.
things. Yeah.
I didn't see anything. I'm not guessing, so it doesn't matter. So we actually we don't know the sex. My friend Victoria is the gender keeper for us. We knew the gender since 10 weeks because we did something called the NIPS testing, which is like gene testing for like Down syndrome and things like that. And during that test, your blood shows like the X and Y chromosomes, and they were able to tell if it was a boy or girl. So we've had an envelope. Our friend has that envelope. She's taking care of, you know, knowing the gender and surprising us with how we're gonna find out. So at this, at this test, they can see, they're obviously gonna check for the gender, but we didn't see it. So we don't know the gender at all, guys.
I can't wait.
But something happened. So the doctor came in. The NIPS testing we got done, which tests for Down syndrome and genes and stuff like that, came back like fine, normal range, positive, like nothing positive, no Down syndrome. But when we went for our 20-week scan, the doc came in, started doing more scanning, said the baby was like folded up inside my stomach by my belly button, but she was concerned with the nuchal fold. So the nuchal fold is like the liquid in between the neck and stuff like that, and I guess that's a sign of Down syndrome or like a gene abnormality, because we met with a geneticist and they said it could be something called Noonan syndrome or Down syndrome. So the normal range for the nuchal fold is a 6, and we were measuring a little bit over 6.5. So sorry, I'm gonna cry.
Oh my god, babe, it's okay.
So we actually that same day met with a genetic counselor, a geneticist, and she was just going over all the options with us and just explaining everything, saying, you know, the baby could potentially have Down syndrome or whatever, something called Noonan syndrome, or there could be something wrong with the chromosomes. The doc said she wasn't too worried, but we still should meet with the geneticist. And then like the geneticist started like
just started rapping to us, like
going, oh, and I understand because I was in the medical field, you have to tell the parents, you have to tell the patient everything, you know what I mean? Like, you can't beat around the bush, because if something is wrong, you need to know all your options. So she started talking to us, you know, about it. We need to consider if we would want to terminate the pregnancy if we were to find out that the baby had Down syndrome and stuff like that, which was a lot to take in at that moment, because you go into a scan thinking, you know, everything is cool, good and fine, and then you hear something like this off the wall and you're like, whoa, is everything really fine? So she gave us those options, and then she gave us options on what we can do for further testing to see if the baby does have, you know, a chromosome abnormality and would have Down syndrome or Noonan syndrome. So she was recommending at first an amniocentesis, which is where they put a big long needle inside and they draw the nuchal fluid, and they'll test the fluid, but the risk of that is miscarriage.
You guys know
that I've had 2 miscarriages, so we were really scared of that. At that moment, we're both sitting there like, well, we're not doing that. And so she then came with another option for us, that we could get some blood work done, like 3 different genome testing panels. So me and Saucy were tested, like we tested our genetics, which is like, you know, our genes, what's in our DNA. And they tested the baby again through my blood. They tested the baby again for a deeper NIPS test. So she said this NIPS test just goes more into the gene makeup of the baby, which they just drew from my arm, like normal blood work, no amnio or nothing like that. So I got 3 different blood works done. Saucy got 1 blood work
just one,
done.
Guys.
But the blood work we did get done tests for like 500 different types of gene abnormalities. So that actually put me a little bit at ease, that me and Saucy will now know what's in our genes, what we're made up of, all that stuff, and if anything is going to affect baby, and also find out if baby is going to have Down syndrome. So we're just waiting on those results.
Yes.
We're supposed to get them literally today. So as soon as we get them, you guys, we're gonna update you and let you know. I'm waiting for the geneticist to call me. So fingers crossed, as soon as we get an update, we will let you know.
We're in good hands though, you know, so.
We're fine.
We got good hopes and everything, so.
We're fine. We should be fine. We're blessed, like nobody would take that away from us. And it's just scary to start weighing out all your options, like, what if my baby has Down syndrome? I personally don't believe in abortion because of what I've been through. So is that something I would have to learn to deal with?
Yeah, we'll probably have to deal with it.
Is that fair to bring a child into this world like that? Like,
it's just a million questions. And
so many questions.
No answers, you know?
Right. So as soon as we get the testing back, we're gonna update you guys. I don't know if any other mothers, partners, fathers have been through this. Yeah, please share your story. Comment down below. We would love to hear it. You know, we need support. Everybody needs support and to feel heard. And it's really scary when you're trying to bring life into the world and you hear stuff like that. So. But we got this, babe.
We got this, babe.
All right, so we about to go to Whole Foods, get some shopping done. Yeah, I'm getting really hungry. Yeah. I'm getting hangry. So we'll catch up with you guys in a few.
All right, guys, check this out. Of course, guess what we forgot? Bags. I hate this.
Okay, guys, so we literally just hung up with the geneticist. We got our phone call. We got our results back. The first thing we got back was our NIPS genome test, which was a more in-depth gene test compared to the first NIPS we got, which was like the Down syndrome and all that. So this NIPS test is kind of like compared to an amniocentesis, but which we didn't go with because, you know, the risks and everything.
That's the one with the needle in the stomach, right?
Yeah, where they suck the fluid. So we decided not to do that and go with the NIPS genome test. And the results were all in normal range. So the baby does not have any genetic markers for Down syndrome, anything like that. The nuchal fold fluid that must have been there just could have been the positioning of the baby, because the baby was like in my belly button. So Or they said the baby just might have a little bit of a thick neck. So we might have a little chubby baby.
Oh, chubby baby.
But it's such a relief to get that news back. Like, I was so stressed and worried that we'd have to make, I don't know, start making certain decisions for us and the baby, and just having that weight lifted off our shoulders.
You ain't stressing no more, baby?
Were you not stressing?
I was stressing, but then again, you know me, like I felt like the doctors had to say that, you know, just in case something was to be a problem.
Right, they have to give us all the options.
Yeah, but I was on the more side of, you know, just hoping and praying that everything
gonna be okay.
Okay and everything, you know, and look at us, everything's okay and fine, nothing to worry about. And I'm blessed, I can say. I was stressing and scared, of course, but I can't really show you that because you're already showing me that, so I gotta stand strong, you know what I'm saying?
He's great, he's great. And then me and Saucy did genetic testing. So on top of the baby having no markers for any genetic conditions, we did find out that we are both a carrier of one genetic condition, but because how that works is our baby most likely won't have the conditions that we have. Not that we have these conditions, we're just genetic carriers.
Yeah.
So our baby could potentially be a carrier, but because we both don't have the same genetic carrier condition, the baby is most likely not going to have the condition, but they can be a carrier. So if our baby and in the future, their partner both have these genes, then their baby may have the gene, you know what I mean? It's a lot of science into it. Like, we really realize, like, having a baby, you have to face like really adult things, and
a lot of situations that, you know, we wasn't just ready for.
Right. Like, it's things you don't think about, but I feel like it was important for us to also get our genes tested because we do want more children in the future, and you know, I want to know that we're making healthy babies. If that makes sense.
That's a fact.
So I'm the carrier of something. It's like NR something, but basically it's a carrier for a gene disease that our children could potentially have, like retinal deterioration. They could have blindness in adulthood, but because I'm only the carrier of it, I don't even have the disease. It's like a 1 in 200,000 chance that the baby could get it. So the geneticist and doctor is not worried about, you know, the baby getting anything like that. So that was a huge relief. And Saucy is the carrier of something.
What was it?
Niemann something syndrome. But basically that syndrome, in children, this one was scary to hear, but the baby also has no likely chance of getting this at all. He's just a carrier of this. So if I had this, then the baby could really potentially get it, but I don't have this. His basically is the breakdown of fat. So a baby could potentially not be able to break down, like they'll have high cholesterol, things like that, and it could lead to child death. But like we said, the baby is not likely at all to have this. It was just things we needed to know, you know, what we have in our DNA, our gene makeup. And I think it was good to find that out.
I feel like it was good to find that out, yeah.
It was good.
Because, you know, like you said earlier, like if we having more kids and stuff, that's something we don't have to do all over.
Or again,
you know,
right.
It's already done.
Right.
You know, and then if we go to different doctors or whatever, we could show them what it is.
And all of that. And it's good to know we're not a match in certain things.
Yeah, because the match will actually make the
then
kid
it could affect the baby, right? So say we both had the genetic thing that I have, then our baby would most likely have retinal deterioration and things like that, but it's 1 in 200,000 chance that our baby would. So we have a healthy baby, healthy pregnancy.
Yes,
this was just really scary for us, you know, so we wanted to share with you guys and, you know, share the good, also the bad and the ugly that come along with procreating. So that's it, right? That is it. You guys are truly on this journey with us, and we want to be as open as possible. This was stressing us out, so sorry we have not uploaded in a few days. It feels good to get this off our chest, and everything is in the clear.
Yes, sir.
So we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.